You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.
And control and come down and hold on.
I had to check. I'm looking at the StreamYard link. So I'm good to go. And I wanted to be sure. It's Thursday night. And guess what? I'm pushing a product on Roku that was on previously. So everybody that's here, you are watching a show that's uncensored. You're watching a show that's uncensored. In fact, I will put my phone on a little bit more silent after I do this message. Because I love the fact that I don't get a chance, or I do get a chance to do uncensored every now and again, because I'm required by Roku to do the shows at the times I'm doing the shows. So I got that done. Facebook is done. Okay. So the good thing is that my sounds, and so all the things that I can do. And again, I apologize because I didn't know that I was able to broadcast, and we're live. We are live. And I will say this. I was originally not going to be able to do a show tonight. So that's why I had this show pushed up to a Roku show that was a rebroadcast. And I said, you know what? Because I have the opportunity to come on tonight, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Facebook says, reminder, be ready to come on live. If you're watching on, in fact, I need to put the banners up. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, if you're watching on Facebook and Twitter, come over to YouTube, because I can't see, there you go. I can't see your stuff. I can't see your comments. But I want to be able to see your comments. And it's nice that I can do that. I can see your comments, and I'll put up some of the comments that I can see. GA Patriots in the house. Good to see you, Patriot. Raphael, dude, it's been a minute. How you doing? I'm glad you're here. And yes, you asked me about Nollins. I will be in Nollins. Can't wait. And then we go Matthew 72. And you see here, like I said, you see this mark here. On YouTube, it looks like, let me see, on YouTube, it looks like it's a pirate flag. That means that Matthew 72007 is a member of the channel. And I appreciate him being a member of the channel. As he supports me, and I appreciate everybody that I get a chance to hang out with. Matthew, thank you for being a supporter of the channel. Hey, now this is look at this. Guess what? Guess what? We're not on Disney tonight. We're not on Disney tonight. That's all I got to say. Now I'm going to try to keep it somewhat clean, but you guys don't have to. If I get pissed off, I'm going to swear. I'm going to swear. So don't worry about that. We're not on Disney tonight. So if you want to come into the show, I got some time. Now, I wanted to get this done as well. And I'm going to put the link up. OG, I'm sure, and maybe a couple other people will be in here. But we are the Roku show is on at the same time as this one. I'm having this show because, again, I wasn't supposed to, or I wasn't able originally to have a show. Now that might occur again next Thursday. Okay. I like this. Can I? Okay, wait till it comes off. There. Wait till it comes. I know I saw it. There you go. Can you say fuck Tito one more time? Or at least one more time. Where the fuck is Tito? Where the fuck is Tito? Tito's fucking late. And Louis, thank you for popping in. And again, I hope you guys don't just come on to shows where I can cuss. I hope you don't come on to shows just the ones that I can cuss. And Jack, tonight you can. Pardon me. Now, let me get this out of the way first. They changed my work schedule. So I have to work earlier than normally I used to. As of right now, it's not going to affect my programming. But I am going to tell you this. It might come a time, because I have to work earlier and I won't have the time afterwards. If I get dog tired, I'm sorry, I might not be able to have a show. And it's because of health. So I want you guys to know that. It's not because I don't want to do the show, but I'm honestly a lot tired doing them, especially if I'm way too tired. Curse away. Fuck you, Richie Richey. Oh my God. And hey, come into for regular shows, Come in for regular shows too. Yeah, the show says uncensored, censored. Okay, so yeah, you can fucking swear tonight. Somebody had a question, and I want to get to this. Okay, oh, DZ's in here. Thanks, DZ. A Thursday night game. I'm not watching the Thursday night game, DZ. I don't even know who's on. And I'm going to get this as well. Did you stop by and get some barbecue? Yes, I did. I know you meant Casey. I got Jack Stack's barbecue, and it was great. And I even had leftovers, but I had way too many leftovers. So I shared my leftovers with the lady that was at the next table, and I was, I was kind of disappointed because I didn't hear from her, because she said that her son was one of the broadcasters on the local Kansas City channel. I think she said that her son was Malik Jackson, not the football player, but Malik Jackson of channel 4 or 5. I can't remember which. And she was a wonderful lady. And we even had a nice selfie together. And don't worry, by the way, Jack and OG, I see you. I just want to finish this. Okay. I wanted to get a chance to, hang out with them. It would have been great, but she was a wonderful lady. But so I shared half of my leftovers with her because I knew that I wouldn't be able to eat them all. So I brought my leftovers on my flight back here to Florida, and I ate them. At my lunch because I had an early flight on Tuesday. So I had them for lunch on Tuesday afternoon and went back to work. So let's get to the comments. So I did have some barbecue. It was fantastic. Jack Kenneth, thank you for being here. I did say fuck Tito. He's fucking late. What needs to happen for this fucking team to win? Okay. I'm gonna try to get these questions done before I pop them in. First off, they need to play 4 fucking quarters like they did against OG. Come back, Punter. Come back, OG. We lost OG. They need to play 4 fucking quarters of football like they did against the Broncos. If they do that, they can win. This is the best 1-4 team in football. We're not a 1-4 team. We should at worst be 4-1. At worst, we should be 4-1. Do I think the Adams incident was a setup on purpose? No, but I think personally that the guy was looking to get an incident. Captain doing his George Carlin impression. Yeah, even with the beard too. Thanks, Richie. And hopefully you can come in time. What do you think the biggest reason the Raiders are off to a slow start is? Because one of the big reasons are they didn't get a chance to gel enough in the preseason. And Jack Kenna is back. He's backstage doing this. I agree. Coaching, yeah, that's one reason. Wish I could relate, but your Gabe, our is spelled wrong. Our, but our OUR is amazing. I'm just saying, Gabe, I'm not being an asshole. I try to be asshole to other people when they fucking can't spell. But Gabe, this is a teaching moment because I'm trying to help you out. Our OUR coaching is amazing. I hope you're not mad at me. Richie Riche pops in, and thank you for this. The Raiders need to stay with the run game and set up the pass. Yes. 2. They need to pull in practice squad guys to develop and bolster the secondary. I can see that. 3, use your tight ends. Thank you, Richie, but if fucking Waller is unavailable, that's not our problem. Moreau is injured, and Horsted played well. Horsted plays well. But Darren Waller, and I like Darren Waller. But fucking do something. Stop being fucking injured. You got your bags. Fucking produce. Oh, and Matthew 70. Thank you. Matthew said what I said before. I said it, and he put it in here as well. But thank you, Richie Riche. See, this is how it should have been. This is how it should have been. There it is. Hour. And again, I wasn't trying to be a cap. Yeah, Captain Grammar. Once 3 o'clock hits, anything to have to deal with school, go out. No. Go outs of my head. Did you do that deliberately? You did that deliberately, didn't you? Okay. Whereabouts? Oh, okay. Whereabouts? Yeah, okay. These guys are soft. Okay. That's from Ruben. Congratulations, Max. Oh yeah, he had. I took a nap today. So I didn't hear anything. Okay, and thank you. Grammar is key. War's been laying down since midseason last year, and Vancouver's in the house as well. Okay, and there you go. Thanks for visiting Kansas City Raider Nation Schmuck. Hey. That person that is a Facebook user, I know I spoke to you because I said, make sure you put schmuck. Misspelled, but that's okay. Get with me via message so I can take you in. Okay. Hollywood Raiders in the house, and I want to thank Hollywood Raider for being here with me. And I want to thank Loretta for doing that wonderful video. That is, yeah, see, there we go. Richie Riche even there. SCHMUCK. See, Richie Riche is smart too. Are you a Leafs or a Sens fan? I'm a Flyers fan, Fan City. I guess you're talking to somebody else. Okay. And this is something I normally don't do either. By the way, Facebook user, please send me a message so I can take you and bring you in. You know, I don't like to do 2 screens. Okay. But because we're uncensored tonight, okay, I'm going to do it. Okay. First off, Jack fucking Kenna and OG fucking Daniel. How you doing there, shipmate? Good to hear from you. What's up tonight, gentlemen? And I don't have the timer on. I will get a feel for. I will get a feel for when I need to kick your fucking asses off my show. Okay.
All right. We fortunately got us popped up in the screen where it doesn't show my name because I lost a bet.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know. I figure.
For a week.
I figured.
What was your bet?
I had to put instead of putting up OG, I had to put up Chiefs Kingdom. But I put in Chiefs Kingdom, lost the bet.
Who'd you lose the bet to? What was it?
Some fucking Chiefs fan.
It's all right. It's all right, OG. I lost a couple bets this year.
Yeah.
I lost 2 bets to Monty 6 and the Raider game to our baseball teams. But
yeah, but to post that up on your name is like, and I fucking was pissed and I took it. Mm-hmm. And you know what? At the end of that game, I guarantee that motherfucker was sweating. He was going to have to put in the name OG's bitch.
Oh, okay. I would have. That's a cool bet. Okay. Chiefs Kingdom, no worries.
No, I put it.
No.
Just lost
if you
the
want
bet.
to put OG's bitch, that's a good bet.
Yeah.
Okay. And Cool Ken says that what's the odds of OG falling asleep before his cigarette?
Very
low. Don't burn down your house, man. That's all I got.
Very low. The actual the anxiety stuff's starting to wear off and things are starting to get back to normal for me. And the closer I get to January, the better off I'll be.
Good.
And not anxiety. What the hell is that called? Where you just all of a sudden get narcolepsy and crash because of the radiation treatments, but it's starting to wear off. And it doesn't happen as often now. It happens once in a while, but less and less. I forgot. Stuart told me the name of it. His wife's a nurse who does radiology, but it's been 2 years, and he said it would last about 2 years. The not anxiety, the radiation. Anyway, screw it. I don't know. I'm old.
I'm just glad you're getting healthy, brother.
Yeah, getting better.
We're here for you.
You know,
And again, you know, like I said,
Cat and I love you. The nation loves you, dude. You know, everyone loves you. You know, doing your shit, dude.
Yeah, if they want to make fun of me, like
No one's making fun of you, man. That's not something to make fun of.
No, dude,
We talked about it.
I'm a marketer. My skin is thick. Fuck it, make jokes, have fun.
Yeah. So anyway, get ahead. Let me have it full barrel. Like I said, the Roku was the rebroadcast, which I was required to do.
Well, how long do you have to do Roku? When can you get off that and just start doing this stuff where you can just talk, be yourself?
I am obligated, and there's nothing wrong with being on the Northeast Streaming Sports Network. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not saying anything wrong with it, but it's like I just don't know what you're streaming because you stream a lot. So I follow all your stuff.
If it creates dividend, we are a damn. I word.
If it generates revenue, then don't ever stop, man.
Right. We are capitalists, damn it, and we love it.
Yeah. And I'm doing the required stuff that I'm supposed to be doing. I've been with the network for a while. I love the people I work with, and their requirements are that I can't fucking cuss.
So watch the language, but not tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So, and again, love the people that are there. But I, as a responsible person, when I say I'm going to do something, I fucking do it. And if I don't, there's a fucking good reason why.
I saw a question earlier, Captain, in the chat.
Go ahead. Okay.
Whether the Raiders started off like this kind of thing, you know, I mean, let's go to 1980.
Yeah.
We were 2-3 to start the season.
Mm-hmm.
One game better than now.
Yeah.
What happened that year? We won the fucking Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. We were the first wild card team in the NFL to win a fucking Super Bowl. Chill the fuck out. We got 6 teams that we got to face coming up after the bye who don't even belong on the field with us, talent-wise, okay? We are going to smoke these fuckers, okay? After that, we'll take on the Chargers at home. What happened the second game of the Chargers last year? Same thing is going to happen this year. Then we got Pittsburgh and one of the shitty teams. And then we finish off the season with San Francisco and the Chiefs. Lighten the fuck up, Francis. We're going to be all right.
Okay. I'm gonna take the positives about that, and I'm going to break them down.
I want to respond to that too.
Yeah, in a positive thing. And by the way, ONT6 Soldier and Richie Richie, I got you guys next. Like I said, I'm doing a triple screen, and I know I normally don't like that. I normally don't like that.
Sandwich?
Huh?
You don't like the Captain Sandwich?
No, it's just I like to be able to talk one-on-one, but I brought you guys in because it's special, and I know you guys got a good rapport. ONT6 and Richie, please don't go anywhere. But here's the thing. I'm not saying that this is I like threesomes, but normally my threesomes, I'm the sandwich in the middle of some breastages and some muffins. Let's just say that.
See Captain on his My Fans Only page.
That's right. You're going to pay for that. Spencer Scroggins, thanks for being here. Spencer is a Broncos fan. Come over to YouTube, Spencer. Please come over to YouTube. Okay.
Be right back.
I will say that I think the Raiders they got to get better because we are a 1-4 team in record, but we are really, and this is not being what do you call it? They're the opposite of a Chicken Little or a guy that's messed up on hallucinogenics. We are a 4-1 team.
1-4.
No. We are a 1-4 team in our record, but we are really a no worse than 4-1 team. We gagged the Cardinals game. We should have beat the Titans, right? And there was no way in hell that we let the Chiefs off the fucking hook, but we let them off the fucking hook. And it sucks. So the only problem that I see, and this is the problem that I see, you got a Texans team that's not as horrific as their schedule, and it's the game after our bye. And gentlemen, I will say this, and then I'll let Jack answer because I know he wants to answer. Who in the NFL has the worst fucking record in the NFL after the bye week since they've had a bye week? Any problem? Anybody know what the answer to that question is?
Nope. Please don't say it's us.
It's that team right there.
Who are we facing?
We faced the fucking Giants last year that were pissed fucking poor.
We faced our defensive coordinator last year?
Yes.
How's our defense looking?
They need help.
They're not looking as bad as we thought they would be. The offense has been the problem.
Well, the problem.
I'm going to forget the question. I'm getting too old for this. You guys are dragging on and on and on.
Oh yeah, okay. Jack. What's the question?
Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
So let's rewind, guys. We started off game one. We gave up 9 pressures, 6 sacks. That's all on McDaniels, man. Not doing a proper blocking scheme. Rotating offensive linemen in and out. You don't rotate offensive linemen. You rotate defensive linemen. And then the Cardinals, I agree, dude. The Cardinal game was a shit fucking show, dude, going to the end of that game. And, we've been improving. The offensive line's improved every single week. Parham is looking wonderful as a rookie.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we drafted that kid. And you know what? We talked about this last game. Man, we're up 20-0. And we fucking piss it away. Well, you know what? We did make some mistakes. I will say on that 3rd down and 1, we should have ran the ball. The 4th down and 1, when I listen to other shows, people are saying, let's run the fucking ball. Well, they stacked the fucking box and they got a guy free on Carr. No, they shouldn't have run the ball on that one. They should have thrown the ball. And I don't blame. I'm trying to get a lot in here in a short period of time.
Go ahead.
So, McDaniel's going for it in a hostile Kansas City stadium, going for 2. I don't blame him for that because that changed. If we would have got that, it changes the dynamics of the whole flipping games. If you're on the road, you go for the win. If you're at home, I can say go for the tie because you got the crowd and you got everything else behind you. So
when you play the Chiefs in Kansas City, you better be fucking aggressive, and that's exactly what we were.
I agree.
I cannot blame Josh McDaniel for this one. What happened? I blame. Ready? After that roughing the passer that was called on Kansas City,
that was the turning point of the game.
Insane, and the refs got buyer's remorse and started just handing them.
Dude, what about a holding call on our field goal team?
Exactly.
Come on, our field goal defense. The last time that was done was 2015, and it was called against us. I mean, that's a bunch of bullshit, dude. It's like, come on.
They handed them bullshit penalties against us.
It's always been that way.
Because of the horrific call on the roughing the passer, and it's a couple.
It was not a horrific call.
Whoa! It was I'm saying, and I told the Kansas City fans that were with me.
Is it obscene? Let's go back to the rule book, okay?
Whoa. Wait a second. I told the Kansas City fans that were with me, I said, I can see where it was kind of like driving him to the ground like Sheriff Fatso did against Gannon. In the rule book, that is a bad
body weight on the quarterback. It is a rule.
It is a rule. Here's the thing, okay? Jones, super talented guy, and I can see it going both ways. Jones is he's tackling Carr. He's trying to hold on to the football, and he also put his left hand out to drive, his body weight away from him. But the rule states, just like the fucking Tuck rule, guys, hey, if your body weight is fully on the quarterback, that's a flag.
Right.
Okay, that's the bottom line. He did everything he could, everything, and I tip my cap to him, man. Amazing athlete, great play, but if your body weight as a 320-pound guy landing on a quarterback, your body weight's still on him. He tried, but it didn't happen.
But it's still a rule.
It's still a rule.
It's not a bad call.
It wasn't a bad play by him either. He did everything he could.
But it was not a bad call.
Agreed, OG.
And
it was possibly an iffy call because you could have called it, you could not have called it. I did not see, by the way, the he who shall not be named who plays for the fake Pirates. Okay. I haven't seen that call yet. Why? Because I've been working and doing my shows and sleeping and not a lot of sleep as well. And I'm just saying it was a 50-50 call and it could have gone either way.
His full body weight came down, therefore it was a correct call.
Agreed.
Now, there's been some bad calls in the NFL this week, and a lot of people are referring to that.
Yeah,
But
and that was
if you're full body
defensive holding on a field goal team, that was a bad call.
That was a shitty call, and that was the makeup call that busted, that was given because of the call earlier. They said, you know what, we kind of
the NFL needs to give up that type of stuff, dude. It's got to go. We already know, guys. We've been you guys. We've all been here long enough. We've seen it every single year, even from the 70s, going against because Al Davis and what we are. But I mean, it's every single year. Come on, that was a bad call. So the NFL needs to clean that up. And number two. Something that kind of pisses me off with this whole Davante Adams thing about pushing that guy. Why was that guy in the Raiders tunnel after the game?
He wasn't.
Why was he cutting across? Why was he? Let me finish. So why was he cutting across his face and getting in front of him?
That was where he was wrong.
Where is the security? Number one. Number two.
The security was right next to him.
Don't just punish Davante Adams. We need to see the NFL punish Kansas City for allowing that to happen. Because I guarantee you, if that was in Las Vegas or Oakland or Los Angeles, if that was a Raiders, photographer, they would be all over him. It's punish Kansas City.
No, it isn't Kansas City. He was an ESPN freelancer. The security team was supposed to keep everybody out of that tunnel area. That clown wasn't supposed to go to the tunnel area. He come up to Davante Adams.
We're not on fucking Roku tonight, Sharif.
That clown shouldn't have been in that tunnel area. Walk up and bump Davante Adams with the fucking. He's carrying metal. Okay, the guy Davante protected himself. Reaction, whatever.
I had to scream at Sharif.
And did he even extend his arms? Did you guys watch it? Did he extend his arms? Like in basketball, you extend your arms. He didn't even have to extend. He's strong enough just to push that fool over. Yeah, you know what? He got what he deserved.
In keeping everybody out of the tunnel area. So Kansas City security team should be busted, and this freaking guy from ESPN who's looking for a money grab should have his credentials taken away for going somewhere he knew he wasn't.
I don't even care about ESPN. You know what? Because it's Kansas City and they didn't protect our players. And blame it on Kansas City.
No, it's Kansas City security who's supposed to keep people out of that area. But ESPN.
What organization did they work for?
He works for ESPN as a.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm just talking about Kansas City security. Are they working for Kansas City Chiefs?
They did not do their job, and this guy went out there looking for a money grab, knowing he was fucking up, ran into Davante Adams with metal, a big piece of metal, and Davante Adams was protecting himself. And he should lose his credentials and not be allowed to work in football. Because he was in an area he knew he wasn't supposed to be in.
Okay. And again, I let you guys run with this. Let's try to wrap it up in about 4 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you run.
Well, okay, I'll get off. So here's the thing, guys.
No, hey. This is uncensored. It's not fucking XXX rated.
Okay, I'm not going to go triple X. Here,
No.
we got a chance to go a big run. We got a chance to have a big run.
We do.
I see us winning the next, 5 games,
6 games,
6 games in a row. I see it. I mean, we've been getting better every week, and I think the whole nation agrees with that. We're improving. We finally started. McDaniels is learning how to use Josh Jacobs. Good job. I'm glad he's starting to learn because he didn't do that in the first couple weeks, first 3 weeks, as a matter of fact. I see us going on a big run. I'm just hoping Devontae doesn't get suspended, which he shouldn't. But I'm hoping Waller gets healthy and actually shows up. And to the nation that says, let's just trade Waller right now. No, I disagreed in the way of I don't want to trade Waller, but I didn't agree to the 2 years out and missing 6 games last year to extend his contract when we could have extended Jacobs instead and then worry about Waller next year. What do you guys think?
Well, Waller's already extended. Waller got his money.
but that, I'm just saying that, Captain, that's what the talk is of the nation right now from other shows. Everybody wants Waller to be traded. Let's get rid of Waller. Well,
okay.
We've already signed to that extension. Why trade him? Let's play him.
We're a nation of people looking for scapegoats.
I agree. Let's play him, but then fucking produce. That's my issue. I don't mind him getting paid. I mind him not being there and being out. And by the way, ONT6, I got you in a little bit. I got you in a little bit, brother. I just want to make sure you don't. And Richie Richey can come back after that as well. I don't mind him getting paid. What pisses me off is I want him to fucking produce. That's my issue. So again, and I'm not mad at you, Jack. I got a chance to explode a little bit. Oh,
that's all right, brother. Let your frustration out.
Okay. But yeah, and again, I agree that the Raiders will be going on a positive run. Sharif wants to call. You don't want to call in? Oh, what's the call-in number?
Man, no. Sharif was all mad last night.
Yeah, Sharif, you want to call in, or do you want to hit the link?
If you're talking about going using bad words, I think Sharif will be using a lot of them tonight because he was all angry last night.
Yeah, you're right. Hit the link, Sharif. But we're gonna have to remember we got ONT6 Soldier coming up next. And I said, Jack, you got your last. Thank you. And again, I did an uncensored because hey, I figured we needed to after the last game. OG, come on in. Give me your best. Out the door.
Am I the only content creator who's not frustrated? Am I the only content creator looking back at 1980 going, yeah, we started off the season like shit and we won the fucking Super Bowl? Am I the only one looking at we got a 6-game run coming up? We're just practice games to get ready for San Diego. And we will get them a home. When they're at our home and our house, we're going to get them. Then we got 2 shitty teams after that. We got Pittsburgh and I forget the other one. Oh, the Rams. They suck. The Rams suck, boys and girls. I counted them as a loss before the beginning of the season. They're now a win. Okay? Ain't worried. We wrap it up with San Francisco and the Queefs. We just got to beat the Queefs one time this year at home. What I'm saying is we're going to be all right. And don't be shocked and shaken if we're in the playoffs and make a run. Guys, the season's not over. Get over that bullshit. Old school Raider who's seen this shit before. Pittsburgh in the cold, OG? Yeah, Pittsburgh in the cold. Because Pittsburgh's so fucking sorry. They're just another practice game. We wear our gear, we're good. So I can fucking share this video. And don't guys, don't worry. Okay? It ain't over yet. Okay. The hardest part of our schedule was those last 5 fucking weeks. Should we have been 2-3 or 3-2? Probably, but we didn't have our shit together yet. Like I said, we're not going to know our identity until week 5. We showed we played a tough game against one of the best teams in the NFL.
Okay.
So
I agree.
Stop wetting your pants. Get your depends on. Let's pull it up and let's go.
Okay. Hey,
Let's go.
Jack, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
And salute all the guys in the chat that I see all the time and I salute to and say you're my brothers. You are my show. I'm going to go make some dinner. And if you got no one else on later on, I'll hop back on later.
Nah, only just like Beetlejuice says, only one time per show. But thank you
All
for
right.
popping in.
Well, then it's no more hopping off the Wild Wild West show because you guys subscribe to that thing too.
Yes,
you know, Richie does a great job leading it, and you know, I love hearing the rant and the battles of like all the guys from the AFC West talking. So, Cap, I salute you on that show too, brother.
All right, and
OG,
thank you.
There's no
bro.
chance of getting back on. Well, go fuck yourself, you old bastard. But
Well,
all
then,
right.
love you guys.
Thanks
Good
again,
night.
guys. Thanks again. Take care, guys. Okay,
Good
that
night.
was Jack. That was Chiefs Kingdom. I don't have to show your thing because I got the thing on. Okay, now, gentlemen, I want to see here. I got people lined up. I know they're lined up on an uncensored show in order. ONT6 Soldier, Richie Riche, Ruben, then Black Thanos. Okay, that is the order. I have not forgotten you. I want to make sure everybody knows that. ONT6 Soldier, Richie Riche, Ruben, and then Black Thanos. Okay, that's what we're doing here because that's the order they're lined up. Come into the show. This is great. This is great. On a regular show, do I have fucking people lined up? No. You could still fucking come into the show when I'm not fucking cussing. Please. But I digress. My buddy ONT6, how you doing, brother? It's been a while. Partner. How you doing?
Pretty good, brother. You know, seeing you on Monday Night Football on ESPN, brother. I was like, oh, there's my boy. Oh, you know, I did a little couple seconds of fame, but it sucks you didn't get no audio though.
Well, that's okay. I mean, actually, that was the third take. Third take because I was really animated. The guy's like, calm it down a bit. So I did a second take. And he's like, calm it down. So the third take, what you guys saw was the third take.
Okay.
But still, I liked it. And it was like, all I was saying was like, hey, we're going to run the ball. We're passing the ball. Our defense is together. We're going to win. We got the stuff, you know, and I don't know if there are lip readers, but I was actually talking some good shit. But that's what was going on there. So ONT6, like I said, I don't got a timer on. Give me a good few minutes, man. And the things you want to say, man.
To get off my chest, and this goes out to all the fake Raider fans, the ones that be playing fucking Raiders GM on Madden and shit. You guys need to shut the fuck up and don't tell me how you guys are gonna fix the Raiders just because you guys play a fucking video game. Okay? First of all, that game don't have nothing to do with fucking real life football. You know what I mean? It don't take accountability to chemistry or anything else. You know what I mean? In real life situations. You know what I mean? So don't come up to me and tell me with 5 simple moves we can turn the whole season around and shit. All we gotta do is this, and this. Don't talk to me about that shit. That shit annoys the shit out of me. You guys are fucking morons and shit. Okay? That's the game. Okay? It's not real life. So shut up. Okay? And there's other things, this shit with everybody going about the extra point. No, Josh McDaniels did the right thing. You played to win the game. Hello? I don't know what else to saying. You're in hostile territory. You go for the 2 points. You know why? Because if you get it, you're up. And then Patrick Mahomes and them have to play a different kind of offense than the offense that we're playing just to get a first down. You know what I mean? It just you play to win the game. Especially we haven't beat the Chiefs in so long. So freaking long. That's why it hurts and we're mad and pissed off. You know what I mean? And people, I get annoyed when people tell me I need to calm down and not to be frustrated and shit. No, this is more. It's not a game to me. This is fucking life, man. I bleed silver and black, man. I wear their jerseys every fucking day, win or lose. So all these fake ass Raider fans that were saying the season's over, get the fuck out of here, then.
Well,
we don't.
The season's not over. I disagree. Anybody that says that, fuck you.
Yeah, okay. I'm just over it.
Yeah. No. I'm with you. But here's something that I observed. Okay, maybe because, and this is my reasoning behind this. Okay. Maybe because I know that the Chiefs kicker sucks.
Yep.
Maybe because I know the Chiefs kicker sucks, that I would have been a little conservative and I would have kicked the point.
Yeah.
To tie it. Only because I know the Chief kicker sucks. That's my reason there. But here's the flip side. I do like going for 2. I do like that as well. But this is where I have an issue. Everybody in the fucking world, in the fucking stadium, in heaven and hell, everybody knew that Josh Jacobs was getting the ball.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that. What I would have done, and again, I don't play Madden. I don't play Madden.
Yeah.
What I would have done is I would have faked it to Jacobs and ran a naked bootleg like Rich Gannon did. And if you want some protection, you have the other running back come behind you and you flip it in an option.
Wow.
That's what I would have done. A naked bootleg. I think Carr would have got in.
Yep.
And if not, then whoever, if they had the running back there, and I don't remember the set. I know that Jacobs got the ball. I think it was a run back set. I would have had maybe a drag receiver coming behind him, and Carr could have like even give like a little pussy block, if need be.
Yeah. And the thing is too, the other thing that pissed me off on that play call, if we're gonna run it at the goal line, you know what I mean, to go for 2 points, don't run out of shotgun formation. Line up in the goal line formation. Get all the big body guys out there and line up and run it down. You know what I mean? There's no point if Josh Jacobs being on the side of you, you know what I mean? 5 yards behind where you gotta reach it, where you gotta go. It makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? The season's not over. Everybody needs to freaking relax. The bye week came at a perfect time. You know what I mean? We just went against the toe-to-toe, one of the best teams in the league. You know what I mean? The season's not over, guys. So I'm just getting frustrated with everybody saying it is, man. If it is, then you guys leave your jersey and go root for another team then. At the end of the day, y'all, because you're not a real Raider fan. Because I remember the days when we freaking only won 2 games. And this is nothing like that. This team just hasn't clicked. We expect this team to hit the ground running game 1 when they've only been together for a couple months. You know what I mean? With other teams like the Chiefs been together for 5-6 years. You know what I mean? And everybody knows the calls. Everybody knows everything. You know what I mean? They know how they want shit done. We're still learning. It takes time, guys. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It does. I'm frustrated like you. I'm tired of losing. But at least you've seen the Super Bowl. I haven't seen the Super Bowl. The only Super Bowl I've seen is against the Bucks, and we got blown out. You know what I mean? And that shit pisses me off to this day. You know what I mean? I'm still heartbroken.
How the fuck I feel when I fucking live here, and I'm not mad at you. I'm not. This is not to you. This is not to you. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Fuck the fake fucking Pirates.
Yeah. Fuck them, bro. And that's the thing is, everybody saying they're a good ass team, and the Chiefs just blew them out, and we only lost 1 point to the Chiefs. So they better not even want to see us and shit. I'll tell you that much. But thanks for having me on, Cap. I know there's people waiting and shit. I appreciate you so much, brother. It's crazy as a kid, brother, seeing you at Raider games and now being able to do live with you and actually knowing you, brother. It's crazy, brother. And I appreciate you very much for having me on the show. And God bless, brother. If you need anything, I'm always here for you, brother.
Hey, thanks again. It's good seeing you there, soldier. You got it.
Brother.
Hey, thanks again. Now you take care. Okay, I'm not doing timers. We got, and then again, in order, we're going to hear from our favorite Bronco. And yes, I can say that. Our favorite Bronco, Richie Riche, is next. Then Ruben, then Black Thanos. Okay, so that's the lineup. These are how they came in. So let's get through with Richie Riche. Nothing but love for Richie Riche.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
I like that hat, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. You have to figure out how to get me one at cost. How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Surprisingly, but I'm good.
So, hey, GA Patriot, how you doing, man? So I went on Bolt Bros last night. Anyone who wants to check that out for the kind of an extension of the Wild Wild West, I went on there. I kind of talked about the Chargers versus Broncos game, and as you might all expect, I'm not your typical Broncos fan. I don't expect us to necessarily win that game, although I do think there is the potential that could be a get right game for the Broncos as well.
I don't even have it on. I'm actually watching Fox with what's her nose, the bitch that used to be on the Mayim Bialik, whatever show that is. I only because I gotta find something to watch. I'm trying to find a fucking game, but not the other game. I just want to because I got to go to Amazon to watch that fucking game, and I'm not going to do that. Maybe I can watch. Does anybody know where the fucking baseball is? The baseball game on tonight?
There's a bunch of hockey on now.
Okay, I might find that. Let me go see. Because I do have the hockey ticket.
Yeah, there's a bunch of hockey on right now.
Okay, well, you continue to talk. I'm going to find a fucking game to watch. Go ahead, Britchie. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you.
No, that's so you made an interesting point. So the Raiders, like Waller, really hasn't lived up to his contract extension. I think that's a fair comment to make given this point in the season.
Yeah,
and Moreau being hurt right now, and injuries happen, right? So fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess what the ultimate question is that with who are you guys going to have step up? Because tight end play is pretty important, and I mean you'd think that with McDaniel's history with New England and the tight end position being such a critical one, he hasn't done anything, it seems, on the offensive side of the ball to try to bolster the tight end position to, maybe a young rookie, maybe a promising undrafted free agent, anything along those lines. It seems really interesting to me that he hasn't done much with the tight end position at all. And then, on the flip side, again, similarly, on the offensive line with some of the, glitches or issues there, you think that you'd start seeing rotational guys being brought in on the practice squad to kind of see if you start seeing flashes, right? Because if your starters aren't doing it for you in certain positions on the offensive line, you figured you start rotating in the practice squad guys to see if you start seeing a guy that might show some promise. And that's a lot of the times those top tier teams, like that's what New England does all the time. And I only bring that up because that's, your GM and your head coach are coming from that culture. So you'd think that they'd have that kind of mentality and mindset baked into their psyche. And so
I'd take Giuseppe. I'd love to get Giuseppe.
Well, I said psyche, not.
Oh, I thought you said Giuseppe. I'm sorry.
No. My point is, just on the offensive line, like you can get some good guards, for example, as undrafted free agents and things like of that nature, as long as they fit your scheme. Even late round draft picks or old school vets that might be on other guys' practice squads. And I'm just very surprised that the Raiders haven't, try to cycle through guys to see if in that back end of the roster they find a guy that hits. You know what I mean? And I found that actually, oddly enough, it's almost like Gruden did a little bit better job at stuff like that in terms of cycling through back end of the roster.
No, it's still early yet. It's still early yet, and I'm going to say this as well. And I have a problem with it, but at the same time, I also don't. And I know that's oxymoronic, but this is what I got. And I'm sorry. Hey, what is it, Thanos? After Richie and after Ruben, come on back. And I know that there's only so many times you can wait, but I line them up as they come on. So I want to make sure that people understand that. The offensive line, the rotation thing, New England did that for years. We didn't notice it because we're not New England fans.
Oh, they did it forever.
Yeah. New England did it for years until they figured out, okay, who was playing best and where were they playing best, and that's what they did. Okay, look it up because I had to look it up, and I was like, "Who the fuck does that?" New England did. New England did. So it's not unheard of. And by the way, and this galls me to say, they played pretty good these past years, right? He who shall not be named with regardless. They played well in the offensive line. Oh, we lost Ruben. Ruben, come on back. Come on back after this, Ruben. When I let people come back, and please come back because we're gonna have Richie and I are gonna talk, and we'll do that in a bit. Hey, Thrash, good to see you. But we'll get people to play where they should. And by the way, Heron, who we just picked up from the Patriots, tore an ACL, and he played fantastic as that extra offensive lineman. What Mumford was doing the other night, because I think Mumford eventually is going to be the right tackle. But Illuminor, I like Illuminor, but he's having problems this year. But that's why they threw that extra tackle on the other side. We run better with it, and the pass blocking wasn't bad. So it works.
That's what happens when you don't have a tight end that can block like Moreau, for example, who can kind of spell on the other side, right? And that's what I'm kind of getting at, is that the tight end position is kind of multifaceted. And if you don't have a guy that can step in to backfill for Moreau on the kind of a hybrid role of like the blocking and the pass catching, you're going to be seen as one dimensional, because that right tackle position that's been a challenge for frankly most of the AFC West, aside from, well, even KC this year is actually struggling with right tackles. So you may as well just throw all of us in there.
Yeah.
We're all in the same position where we all need a right tackle, and if you don't have that secondary or that auxiliary support, actually the funny thing is that I think the best right tackle in our division may well actually be Denver's second string right tackle in Cameron Fleming. He's doing okay, not great, but okay, and that's better than most. Most of the other right tackles are getting blown up on the regular, and Fleming seems to be holding up really well, and it's proof that having a good backup is critical at that position, given the pass rushing situation in our division. But GA Patriot, I would play right tackle for you. I'm a little undersized for a right tackle. I'm 6'2", 245. But so I'm perhaps more aligned with maybe an inside linebacker or maybe a smaller tight end. But yeah, I'd certainly do it. Why not?
Yeah, and I agree with this from Van City, and thanks again. Remember, folks, hopefully Ruben will come back, and hopefully Black Thanos will come back. The link again. Oh, I'm sorry there, Thanos. Let me put it up. Okay. There's the link. Hit the link again. So yeah, because they dropped, but they'll come back. And I had them in there. If Ruben comes back first, and he comes back in that order. If Thanos comes back, he'll be whoever comes back will be after Richie or Che. There's the link. And I agree with Vince. Okay, Ruben came back. Black Thanos came back. Right on cue. Thanks again, guys. Yeah, I said Illuminor would be a key cog this year. He is, but he's not playing up to where he had been playing. Maybe he's another year older and another year whatever. But I fully expect Mumford to be that guy. I really do.
Texans would be a good game to do that.
Parm is going to be that guy. I still think that Cotton isn't that. I think I like Bars. I like where Bars has been playing. Okay, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Bars played on the right side and Parham played on the left side on this past game. I might be mistaken, but I know that they were both in there. I like Bars playing. Cotton played a little, I think, unless they were throwing out Parham, but they were moving guys. But overall, they played well. So I'm not going to bitch about the results. I'm not the fucking coach. I want to see victory. Okay. And I'm going to say this. Okay. I am not a Carr apologist. I am not a Kardashian. But aside from Carr's fumble, which was a fumble, but because of the penalty, he didn't have a fumble. He didn't have an interception. He ran for first downs and other things. He ran and scrambled, and he hit receivers. The receivers dropped the fucking ball. That's not on Carr. If the receiver has two hands on the ball, like Hollins did twice, and by the way, Gabe, fuck you. Hollins is a good receiver. He had a shitty game. And I'm allowed to say fuck you to a little kid because I don't treat Gabe like a little kid. Okay. He had his hands on the ball twice. Could have been a touchdown. Should have been a first down as well. That it was right here and it popped off his pads. Okay, that's on him.
Add on to that, he's an NFL receiver.
He should have caught.
You're a pro. Do your job.
Yeah. So again, bad internet connection. Okay. Yep. Are you? Yeah. I think Ruben's back. Okay, and we got people back, and Sharif is back. Okay. Cotton Bars Luminor needs to go at the end. But no. Bars. No. Bars. I think stays. Bars. I think stays. He showed me a bit. My uncle would disagree. Slicer. Thank you. You're new. You're new. But thank you for coming into the show. I don't know which uncle or which point you disagree with, but please pop in. Richie, give me another quick comment out the door. I'm going to get Ruben on. Then I'm going to get Black Danos on, sir.
I think this would be a good game for you guys to make some offensive line changes. The Texans aren't particularly great at the edges. So if you're looking for a game to try to ease in a new right tackle, for example, this might be a good game for you to make that change to kind of, work him in and kind of improve, because the Texans are not strong at the outside edge rush. So this would be probably a good idea for you guys to maybe do that. Especially, I appreciate it, Bishop. Thank you. No, but that's the answer to you actual coming over the dark side. Not going to happen. But I actually think this would be a good game for you guys to make that change. You have a team that has kind of been ebbs and flows. You have a team that typically the Texans really have done really well this year because of the run game. They haven't done really well because of their pass rush. This would be a good kind of game for you to kind of to ease in a new right tackle, to see how they do, see how they play. If they don't work out, you flip the Luminor back in, and so be it, right? And
I think Mumford's going to be that guy. I really do. I think Mumford.
No, I was agreeing with what your point was, which is to say this would be a game to do it, like now,
like 12 hours ago.
Yeah, practice should have already been happening, that kind of stuff.
I got you.
And I think that'd be great for your team. I'd also like to see you guys pick up another tight end, because if you're going to remain competitive and really keep the AFC West to that really ultra competitive division that we all expected it to be, I actually think I actually think that would be something you need to do. Van City, DM me on Twitter. I have the vector art for this. I'm not saying I will, but I could.
I know what he wants. I know what you're saying. You don't have to say it. Van City, get with him. This way you don't have to say the words, Richie. You don't have to say the words. I know what you want to say. Yeah. Van City knows what he wants. You don't have to say it, because this way Bronco fans will say, you did not say that. No, he did not, because Captain Jack kept the words out of your mouth. There you go. Okay. Hey, Richie, thanks again. And again, if you're not watching Wild Wild West, please watch Wild Wild West. Actually, the Bolt Brothers have a great show with Richie Richey on with the Bolt Brothers. Check out that broadcast as well. Bolt Brothers are really nice guys. They are really cool guys. Coach is a really cool guy. I'm
trying to get on the NFL Nation Live with you guys as well at some point to kind of give kind of my insight. I do follow the Raiders probably closer than any other divisional rival. Mm-hmm. I kind of see the Raiders as being a bit of a tipping point, where if you kind of do the right things, I think you guys can really just kind of go off.
Yeah.
And so I frankly, I want our division to be competitive. Like, why not just kill everyone else in the NFL and let everyone else look at us to say that's how you do it?
Okay, Turbo Duran, don't go. This Richie Richey does a show with me. He has good Raider quality points. Don't do that, man. This is a Raider show, but it's a fan show, and he's talking good points. Turbo, don't fucking leave, man. Don't puss out on me, man.
Hey, Turbo, I'm literally talking. Like, I'm giving specific players on the Raiders
about the Raiders. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not even talking Broncos, man.
Yeah.
And my Twitter handle for anyone involved is at Richie Rich A. That's RICHIRICHEH. You can see it just right.
I took that down so people can put it. Richie.
All right. Thanks.
Rich A. Hey, Richie. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you next time.
Have a good one.
Take care. All right. We're gonna go to Ruben. Thanos, you're on deck, man. You're on deck. You're on deck, Thanos. We got Ruben, and these were the orders. This was the order. I know Thanos is about ready to be fit for tide. Ruben, I'm giving you about 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
I'm giving you about 10 minutes.
Can you hear me?
You can cut your ass off, but 10 minutes, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Okay. Cause the internet, they finally fixed it. It was a line, old, corroded, and they came out here and they did all kinds of work to the cable line. So now I got internet. Anyway, I lost another $50. Okay, because my Raiders don't know how to fucking finish something they start. So that's what I get for betting. But see, one thing I'm not gonna do what the girls are doing on the show with Peggy. And I understand they don't want me on the show. That's fine. They want to make excuses for these guys. I'm not gonna do that. I'm a guy. Played the game. I've been competitive. I played 3 different positions playing baseball. I wrestled, took karate, played soccer, right wing forward. Okay. I know about being an athlete. These guys are not earning their money. Waller is soft right now, okay? I don't care. Rehab, not rehab. Peggy and them were saying all kinds of shit under the sun. That's fine. That's them. That's not me. You got your money. You got your bag. Right now, you couldn't hold Todd Christensen jockstrap. I don't give a shit what he did last year, the year before, the year after that. All I know, I see him on the sideline with a towel on and no shoulder pads. You're not on the team when you're not on the field. I don't care if you're right on the bench. If you're not producing, trade him now. You make his ass play out his contract, but you put his ass on the field. But Captain, you're right. He needs to produce. He's not producing. Right. You're out there, but the ball hits you in your hands. Guess what? You fucking catch the ball. Where's Cliff Branch at right now? Oh, okay, he's gone. We can't have him give them a pep talk. Okay, where's Lester Hayes at? Huh? Where's
closer to your mic?
They can't get any stick'em. These fucking guys need it. They outlawed it. They can't catch the ball on their own. I don't know. Let's go reach out to Jerry Rice. He's got those gloves that he used. Maybe he can let them borrow a pair of his. They can catch the fucking ball. 4th and 1, last play of the game. Renfro runs into Adams. These are bad left rock, okay? I see anybody wearing a Renfro jersey at a game, that's what I'm going to call. I'm going to be like, what?
No,
it's me being sarcastic. He's done this shit twice. Cardinal game, 20-point lead. We give up the biggest lead in franchise history. And nobody really talks about that shit. He has one hand on the ball. He uses the other one to keep himself up. You know what you did? You gave that guy that popped your ass with the ball a fucking target. I didn't see not one guy on the field, on the sideline, the coach, when he came back, to get in his ass, get in his face. That would have been me, Pop Warner football, my coach. He would have told me what he needed to tell me so that shit never happens again. Renfro, that's the first time. Second time runs into the receiver. Boy, after the bye week, I can't wait to see what the fuck he's going to do now. What you going to do now? That's twice, okay? I'm not putting it all on him. But you're a pro, you're a professional, you're first string. You're not supposed to fuck up. I don't give a fuck what they say. If you're suffering from concussion, then you better tell your coach, hey, I ain't 100% coach. I want our team to win. When you're not 100% and you go on the field, you are hurting your team. If you're not out there willing to die for that inch, those 4 inches, those 6 inches in front of your face, okay? But they play the game they want to play. And these coaches are soft too. Why? Because they don't have it in them to bench a player like how who benched who? With the Denver Broncos, it was the guy that used to coach for us. I know you know his name. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. Al Davis got rid of him. He coached the Broncos in 2 championships with Elway.
Yeah,
what's
Mike
the coach name I'm thinking of?
Mike Shanahan, otherwise known as Shanahan.
Let's see. Sound came off right now because people were calling my phone. Can you still hear me, Captain?
Yes, I still hear you. You're talking about Mike Shanahan.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you. Yes,
okay, you can hear me. I can't hear you. Okay, that's all right. Anyway, Mike Shanahan, that's his name, okay? He benched, I think it was Greasy. Yeah, it had to be Greasy because it wasn't Plumber. It was Greasy. He benched his ass on a Monday night game. I haven't seen one coach do that to any player, quarterback, receiver, tight end, or running back, okay? I haven't seen one coach do that since that time. What if these coaches are scared to see the criticism they're going to get from the press? Get them back to the football game. 4th and 1. Jacob's been having success all day long, running the ball and winning, getting the edge, always to the left. He ran it to the right a couple times. He stopped him, but he had success. You go for the 2-point conversion. I'm with you, Captain. I want to go for the win. I don't want to be tied with these guys. I don't want this game going to overtime in the Kingdom, in the Chiefs, in Arrowhead, okay? I want to get the win, and let's get the fuck out of here. Had a 17-point lead. My buddy Willie, he tells me, After this, I'm not betting you no more. I'm not betting no more. He thought the game was over with. Here they come, little by little. Because why? We're just sitting on that 17-point lead. We just don't know how to finish them off. I remember when we used to wrestle Coach State in middle school at Fort Miller. When you get the guy on his back, he stays there.
What I disagree with that too.
Go ahead,
I don't know if you, I disagree with that. I don't know if you can hear me. I'll let you know. We didn't sit on the lead.
I don't know what's going on with the mic. I can't hear you, but
yeah, okay.
I'll listen to it later.
Well, then you know. Wait a second. Go ahead. You talk. You talk. Go ahead.
Audio.
Up. I did not do that. Ruben, you got disconnected. I did not do that because I'm looking down at the screen. So for those are saying that I booted Ruben, I did not boot Ruben. boot Ruben. I'm going to bring in Black Thanos. Black Thanos, shipmate, you are on, sir. Give me that mic check, please, sir.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. You hear me okay?
I hear you fine, shipmate. Go ahead and let him rip, man. This is uncensored tonight, and I'm going to give you at least 10 minutes.
Thank you. This is right on time because I start my shift not, pretty soon, but I got enough time to indulge you, my friend. I guess I'm batting cleanup tonight, like a good old number 44 in the Bronx used to do.
There you go. Reggie ain't got shit on you, brother.
That's right. It is October, so this is the new Mr. October right here. But I'm going to touch on the major points from the night. Concerning Adams, yeah, of course, it wasn't his intention to do whatever. Concerning the letter of the law is what it is. And I'm not going to blame a person who was humiliated, emasculated before the world in front of 70,000 people and tell him how to act after he was pushed on the ground, irregardless of the situation. Now, if this was someone who was outright trespassing like a Chief fan, taunting Adams or saying some derogatory things or coming to him in a threatening manner, this man has work equipment in his hand. Maybe he did inadvertently cut off his path, wasn't moving fast enough. We don't know. That's no excuse to touch anyone. You go to any prison in America, and every prisoner will tell you, "Oh, I just lost control. I wish I could take it back." By the grace of God, that man, and I believe the tunnel is always concrete floors. He didn't bust his head and don't wake up. Then what? Adams is supposed to get off scot-free because, I didn't mean it, and I'm a professional football player, and I make millions of dollars. And then Adams retracts his apology or deletes his apology off Twitter, showing how insincere he was in that fake contrition. So basically his motivation was his legal people or agent probably told him, look, you better say something because that looks horrible. What if this man is a vet? You don't know nothing about this man's background. He got a family or children or his parents watching. The same people who thought Chris Rock should sue Will Smith, and Chris Rock is a millionaire from Brooklyn, where I'm talking to you from, is going to vilify some guy who may make 75,000 or 100,000 most. Who didn't?
I don't think he makes that. He probably doesn't even make that. So.
Exactly, but nonetheless, he don't have Chris Rock money,
right?
And he was someone else who was emasculated publicly before the world. So the law is the law. You can poke someone in the chest, and that's assault. That's
I'm going to stop you. And like I said, I don't have a timer on, so I want to take a couple of your points and break them down. Okay, and GA. We're gonna go with GA. Patriot's gonna come on after this, but I want to make sure I give Thanos some good stead here. I agree that Adams shouldn't have touched him. I'm gonna agree there, but I will also say that it was the worker cutting across that was wrong. He cut across his meat, and that was a bullshit move on my estimation. And the reason why I say that is all of the video that you see first, it shows like a different angle, like looking down and whatnot, but it doesn't show the back angle that I'm seeing a couple other people have, where the guy cut across him. That was a fucking bullshit move. That was a fuck you move on his part. Okay, Adam shouldn't have touched him. What Adams could have possibly done is, you know how they like it when the defensive tackles will grab a quarterback to the whistle sounds. He probably should have grabbed him and I don't want to say gingerly because he's pissed off, mind you. He should have just picked, right there and kind of moved him. But Adams was wrong, but the guy was wrong too, in my estimation. I also found, from what I'm hearing, he did have a press pass, but he also was in a restricted area, which means if you are in my yard and my dog bites you and you're in my yard, you got bit because my dog was in his area and he bit you.
Okay, let me interject, Cap. It says I'm playing beat the clock with you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, I got the gist of what you're saying, but that's, as far as the law is concerned, that's irrelevant.
Okay.
All of that is irrelevant. Maybe he innocently or ignorantly was trying to expeditiously cross that pathway and wasn't fast enough because he had equipment in his hand, and he doesn't move as fast as Adam. Because of course Adam was probably in a full stride. He's pissed off. You notice he was the only Raider that slammed his helmet. Because he's not used to losing. The rest of the Raiders are. He's not used to this. So he was already prone to hit some. If that was a woman, his season be over. So it's just like you in your car and somebody's crossing at the yellow light in the crosswalk, and he's not moving fast enough. Let me mash on the gas and hit him or bump him and think, I'm not gonna get arrested. That's you still gotta have self-control, especially when you have something to lose. What was wrong with Adam saying, get the fuck out the way? With as deep as his voice is, trust me, that guy would have got the message. What's wrong with saying excuse me? But succumbing to emotions, as men, we got to mentally respond and not emotionally react. That's why the prisons are so full. And if that man hit his head on that concrete floor and don't wake up, all Raider Nation be like, oh my God, how did we get here? Because someone made a emotional decision in an instant. Henry Ruggs, when he went out to party that night, wasn't thinking, well, I'm gonna go kill some girl and his dog. You got to think before you act. That's it. And it's on film. So, I mean, thank God he got more than enough money to pay whatever he's going to have to pay. But you have to pay. Because there has to be a precedent set that you just can't put your hands on civilians and that's okay. And then you expect to sell tacos to people and smile like you're Mr. Nice Guy. And as soon as you get confronted with some adversity, we see another side of your character and you delete a apology, basically saying that was just a PR move.
Okay,
because now you are emotional again, and you didn't mean what you said to that man.
Maybe his lawyer said for him to remove it. We don't know the reason why. We don't know that yet.
This is true, but it don't look bad. But
yeah, it doesn't look good. But maybe maybe his consulting team, because everybody has a consulting team. Maybe his consulting team said remove it. I agree he shouldn't have touched him, but he apologized, and then he took it down. We all don't know everything, folks. We don't know everything, so let's let this play out.
Well, yeah, we know what we saw, and there was no necessary reason for him to push the man. He succumbed to emotion, like a lot of people do, and then find themselves in handcuffs. There was no necessary reason for him to push. He could have said, "Get the fuck out the way," or whatever. Cursed at the man, berate him, what have you. Once you put your hands on somebody, and that man played it by the book. Because most men I know, it would have been a confrontation. I don't know too many men who are just going to let another grown man put hands on them and say, well, let me just go home to my family, eat dinner, like nothing happened, and everyone watch me get emasculated. No. But he did the right thing. Called the police, went to the hospital, he was checked out. However, whatever his injuries are, you can't really gauge trauma or the emotional distress Well, hell, what if he was bullied as a kid? That could have revisited all types of things for this man. We don't know who this person is.
You know
But he was there on
I
official
agree.
business.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things we don't know. And you
Right.
know, to be honest, I'm putting it down to this. Okay, the cameraman or the whatever his position, he was wrong. Adams was wrong pushing him. I still think it's a payday. I really do. I really think it's a payday. And I know you said that, you know, that it's slander or libel. It's just my opinion.
Well, yeah, now it's a payday, but he's entitled to that. That's
right.
the legal consequence of that. Adams know he got something to lose. That Adams put himself in that position, not that cameraman. You think out of all those football players, I think I'm going to try to agitate and provoke Devontae Adams tonight, and so he can assault me, and then I can retire and go to the French Riviera. He wasn't thinking nothing like that. It was probably a genuine accident, and Adams overreact like some people in road rage do. And next thing you know, they're the ones getting arrested because they got out of their car because someone cut them off or crossed their path and beat them half to death.
Mm-hmm.
If not for the police there, who knows how far Adams might have took that. Yeah. We don't know a lot about Devontae behind that smile because now he's finally facing adversity. It was nothing to be angry about in Green Bay.
Yeah.
In the first 5 weeks of any Green Bay season, the worst they ever been was 3-2. Now he's dealing with the cold reality of how did I get here? We're 1-4. Me and Derek Carr could have possibly won this game if Renfro didn't bump into me, and everyone is watching this, and we're the laughing stock of the league. Now I'm gonna put my hands on a photographer who might be moving too slow in my path with his equipment. Okay. That's no excuse. You gotta conduct yourself like a man.
Yeah. Hey, if you can, there, Sharif. Sorry, Black Thanos, because I know you cast.
Oh yeah. Quickly to my other point. Yeah, I don't want to hog all the time. Thank you for being patient.
Yes, sir.
As far as a good friend, the smoker. I can't think of his name right now. Who was on earlier? The guy.
OG Daniel. OG Daniel.
Yeah, OG. Look, I love the blind optimism. But as you know, bro, our records after bye weeks is the worst. It's atrocious. We have lost every single road game. The next 6 games, 4 of those are road games, 2 of them East Coast back to back. And we're just going to assume that like the Texans are just going to lay down and say, hey, you know, help yourself to this win. The Texans have lost 2 games by 1 possession and another game that they had a tie with.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and how inconsistent this team been, and assuming if Adams indeed is suspended 1 game and Waller being Mr. In and out, after what the Cardinals did to us, bro, I can expect anything. And don't forget this, Cat. Back in 2020, we lost to the Chiefs 35-31. Very competitive game, very good game.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a respectable effort. It was no shame in the loss. This was just 2 years ago. Everyone forgets that game, 35-31, the second game. The following week, we lose to the Falcons 43-6. You were there like I was.
No, I wasn't, but I should have been.
Okay, I thought you were there. Yeah.
I should have been. I was COVID. I couldn't get there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was at that massacre. And it was like, what the hell is this? Like, once again, like, you know, like we had this Kansas City Chief hangover because we're so traumatized and depressed that we couldn't get it done. We didn't even show up. And 3 out of the last 4 seasons, we collapsed in the second half of the season. This year, we're starting kind of early, but none of these games are gimmies. None of them.
No, they're not.
The Saints out there in New Orleans.
They're not.
It's just going to say, well, you know, we don't have a chance against the Raiders. That's crazy.
I will say this, Sharif, or excuse me, Black Danos. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna try to get Georgia Patriot on. I think that this, and I know that there is no tried prize, or there's no what's the thing that, you know, like, hey,
consolation prize.
Thank you.
Either first or your last. I don't care about no loss by 2 points.
I got you. But this team is playing better.
Hell, you got 5 Pro Bowlers on offense. You should be damn near blowing people out, or at least you shouldn't have the leading field goal kicker. Carlson's on pace to kick 51 field goals, Cat. Last year he had 40 and he led the NFL. This year, he's on pace to kick 51. How does that happen with a Pro Bowler at every skill position? And we can't blame McDaniels. He wasn't here last year.
No,
when he led in field
but
goal.
our offensive line is still not settled. That's how that happens. I will. It's not an excuse, and I know you say, "Okay, I'm giving an excuse."
And Carr doesn't even take a lot of sacks this year, so that's not it either. Burrow is sacked more than Carr.
But our offensive line isn't settled, and to me, that's an issue. But I also think that, and I said it at the top of the show, I still would have used them in the preseason to get the gelling started quick.
Yes, exactly. You're 100% right. I didn't believe in this, Carr doesn't need any reps type of. Are you kidding me? With all these new pieces and a new coach, So and I'm seeing old man Brady actually in a preseason game. There's nothing you can teach him at this juncture at his career. Brady, I'm talking about, but Carr's too good to at least have a couple of reps. But you're absolutely right, and it's biting us in the ass. So there is no gimmies when 4 of the next 6 games on the road, 2 back-to-back on the East Coast, and our bye record, and Adams maybe possibly missing a game. And lastly, and as far as Waller goes, you got to remember in 2019 when he really put his name on the map, he was really the go-to guy. There was no one else over there. Sometimes and a lot of point guards in basketball have this problem. When you have so many big names, how do you distribute and still keep each player in their particular rhythm that they need to, achieve the usual level of productivity that they're accustomed to? He's not going to get the same looks, but the few that he gets, it looks bad to the eye test if he drops a pass or whatever, but he's not in rhythm either. 2019, 2020, there was no doubt who he was because Renfro wasn't quite there yet. We sure as hell didn't have a true number 1 wide receiver. It was basically him and Jacob.
Okay. Hey, BT, I'm gonna ask you this. Please give me a yes or no, and then I'm gonna get on with Georgia Patriot because he's been waiting patiently. It's on the question. Hollywood asks, did Carr lose the game?
You're asking, you just said some other name. You didn't say my name. You said, are you asking me that?
Yes, sir. Black Thanos from Hollywood Raiders. No. It's a yes and no. I'm going to play lawyer on you, just like they do at law. Okay, yes or no question to Black Thanos from Hollywood Raider. Did Carr lose the game?
It's immaterial because he didn't win it.
But you're not answering the question in a yes and no. You're not answering it like that.
Is he the biggest reason why we lost this particular game? No.
Okay. For you.
But
for you, wait. For you, I'll take that as
Cat, anything I say in regards to number 4, I back up with empirical.
I got you, but you know what? I only got another half an hour.
I hear you, bro. But look, we scored nothing in the third quarter.
I know.
Who's responsible for that?
By the way, wait a second, Thanos.
So you asked me if he lost this game, well, what about the 13 others?
Whoa. Be quiet.
We're going to give him a cookie because we lost by 1 this time?
Be quiet.
With all the throws we got? And this is your 14th loss? Well, he didn't lose the 14th one.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Please. Okay, I didn't bring all that up. I asked one question. And again, it's not just me, okay? I am not goading the responsibility. I just put it on because Hollywood asked, okay? Did Carr lose the game? You said not particularly. No, on this game.
Because just like in the baseball game where they show what pitcher won the game, what pitcher lost the game, Mahomes won the game. Put it like that.
Hey, Reef, thanks for coming.
It's not so much Carr losing it. Patrick won the game, being down 17 points and imposing his will. And that's what elite quarterbacks do, my friend.
Sharif, please, partner, let me get to Georgia. And thanks again for coming in, man.
All right.
You got
Arrest Adams.
Take care, partner. Georgia, I got you in here. I get, unless we got about a half an hour. I can give you 5. I can give you 10. How much do you think you'll need?
Bro, a couple minutes.
Go ahead, partner. The floor is yours.
Yep.
How you doing?
Doing great.
Good to see you.
Just got back from a vacation with my kids, so I was watching the game in a hotel in Cincinnati, and I'm surprised I didn't get thrown out Monday night.
I'm glad you didn't get thrown out, because then we would be talking about your suspension or whatnot.
We were making some noise, and they played pretty late, but so kind of going back to what OG was talking about earlier, maybe I have a different view on this, but we're looking at 1-4. We got a record of 1-4, right? Moving forward, okay, but the way I see it, it's kind of the tale of two different teams. Okay, we started the season as a team with a very talented offense with skilled players at every position, and a coach, a brand new coach, who seemed to believe that he had a passing attack that couldn't be stopped and an offensive line that could pass protect.
Mm-hmm.
That team went 0-3. And then we had a coach, we have the same team with a coach that suddenly realized what we had all been saying, that we have not seen anybody yet that can stop our running game. And now we have a coach that knows that. And that team is 1-1. And that one loss was by 1 point against the best team in the division.
Okay, I agree.
So now what I see moving forward, we have that coach that knows he has a running game that can't be stopped and a passing game that can be developed. And we have 6 teams in a row. I'm not saying any of those teams are pushovers, but none of those teams are the Kansas City Chiefs.
I agree with that. None of these games are pushovers, but of the next 6 games, nobody has the quality on their team that Kansas City has. Nobody.
And now we have a head coach that knows that seems to have figured out what we've all been screaming from the stands, that our running game can't be stopped.
Yeah.
Nobody did, even when he wasn't running, but 10 times in a game, those were 10 good productive runs. We haven't played anybody that's even come close to stopping our running game.
I agree.
Kansas City in the third quarter. And they still didn't stop it. They just came close.
No, Jack, by the way, Georgia Patriots been on the show before. I think he didn't have the camera on last time. But this is at least his second time.
Yeah.
I remember people. But
so I mean, I believe, and you know, McDaniel's he's got 6 rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to put expectations on him like he's a 10-year vet, but he's a rookie head coach. It's his second time as a rookie, but he's not a 10-year head coach. He's an offensive coordinator that's in his first year as a head coach. And I think the team is coming together. I mean, look, I expected us to go into Arrowhead and get blown out Monday night. And then come back and beat the Chiefs in Week 18.
Right.
The fact that we didn't, it wasn't even close to a blowout. Okay, I almost had several strokes and a couple of heart attacks in the last 5
Don't
minutes.
do that.
I wish it would have been a blowout.
Yeah. Don't do that though.
But you know, it sucks to lose. It always sucks to lose, right? But I was pretty impressed with the game, the way we played the game.
I was too. Actually, what impressed me was the Raiders jumping out to a 17-0 lead. That surprised me.
Oh, yeah.
That surprised me. Now, I knew it wasn't going to last the entire game, but still putting 17 on them and they don't score.
Right.
And I firmly believe that the game twisted and fell over on itself on the call of the roughing the passer. That was the death knell, and people don't realize it. But that was the death knell because the officials heard. I don't know how many they hold. I think 80,000. I don't know, but they heard at least 70,000 people. Just if it was in the olden days, they would have grabbed their pitchforks and their flames and whatever the hell they would have stormed the field. Okay, they didn't do this, but. And again, it by definition, was it the correct call? It's 50-50. It's 50-50. It was a fumble. They didn't address that. They just went with the call. It was a fumble.
Because of the penalty.
Right.
He gated the play.
Right. I agree with that. But it like I said, I can't say that it was the correct call at the time. I can't say it, we got away with one, but that call cost us the game because not only did they make sure they have all these makeup calls, the phantom holding, which took 0 off the board and put up 7. There was also a couple other plays, and remember, and I say this, I have yet to see a Raider game. I've seen all 5 of them live. I've seen all 5 of the games live. I have yet to see a Raider game this year on TV, and I got them all recorded. So maybe this weekend I'll watch the games, which would be nice.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, I've seen them all, but I haven't seen them all.
That's what I'm planning to do this weekend is rewatch a couple games.
There you go. But that call cost us the game because the officials started throwing makeup calls their way. And I don't know if you watched the show last night with NFL Nation Live. There's a quick plug. I do a show with Violator and a retired NFL official.
And I would love to hear his take on that call.
And he said that it was makeup calls. He said it was makeup calls.
And you know what, Cap? I think had they initially called it a sack and a fumble and reviewed it to see if it was a penalty, I don't think there was enough in the replay to overturn it one way or the other. It was going to stay whatever was originally called.
I agree. And the guy threw the flag.
Because by definition, it was a penalty. But by the intent of the player, you could tell that he was trying to avoid it.
There you go.
It's going to be whatever the initial call of the field was. There wasn't going to be any turning it one way or the other.
That's it. So,
but I on TV, you could hear the change in the volume of the change in the intensity of the arrow, and I think that also spurred the Chiefs on.
Oh, it did.
It fired them up. I think that play was definitely a major turning point in the game, not just because the refs started giving us a bunch of makeup calls against us, but also because the fans at Arrowhead got their team fired up better.
Yeah, they did. And I've said this on a couple different shows. I got it from the guy that was the attendant that was because I had front row seats aisle. Okay. And the guy that was sitting next to me, oh, Sharif, come on. Anyway, the guy sitting next to me, it was the attendant, said that he had never heard the stadium react to that as loud and vociferously as that portion. And that was and this is a guy that works there and ain't going to be feeding me bullshit. And the one thing is that, and I'm very happy to say that all the Kansas City fans that I was around gave me props for being straight up, unbiased, looking at what was going on and say, I don't know about it. And then, like, for example, when Edwards-Helaire was at the 1 foot line, I said, that's not a touchdown. He was about he's about a half yard short. And they're like, what you talking? And then, of course, right after that, they put it at the 1 foot line. And I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're going to score on the next, because you could feel that they were going to score on the next play. And here's the other thing. For all those, and I give this to you, Sharif. I give this to you. Okay? How many touchdowns did Travis Kelce score? 4. What was the total yardage that Travis Kelce had that game? 25, 26, 27 yards at most.
25.
Okay.
7 catches for 25 yards, touchdowns.
Now,
Completely shut him.
If one, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go.
I said our defense completely shut Kelce down between the 20s. He was useless except in the red zone.
Yeah. Travis Kelce scores 4 touchdowns, and I don't know what you've been seeing, but I don't know of number 4, number 28, any of the offensive line numbers, number 13, number 17, number whatever the hell Hollins is. I think he's 10? They don't play defense. They don't play defense. 4 touchdowns from one guy, and we know he's getting the fucking ball. We know he's getting the fucking ball. That is what lost it. If you're going to put it brass tacks, if one guy beats you, and for all intents and purposes, Travis Kelce beat you, that lost the game.
I agree. I mean, our biggest weak point now was our biggest weak point at the end of the season last year. Red zone offense and red zone defense.
Yeah. And that needs to be improved and gotten better. Okay. Hey, GA, thank you there, shipmate. I missed you. I still owe you.
Oh.
I still owe you a patch if I ever see or whatnot. Up. He's going to get me something. Okay.
Another shameless plug for your other show. Tell Violator my autograph.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad. I'll let him know. I will let him know. I said I physically saw your book with the autograph, and if not, remind me, because that's that other show, the NFL Nation Live. That's that show, and so thank you for being on that show as well.
Thank you, Cap. You have a good evening, sir.
You got you, brother. Thanks again.
We'll see you a week from Sunday.
All right. Yeah. Wait, are you going to Vegas and
No, I'm not. I'll be there in spirit.
Okay.
I did just get I just got a big fat check from selling from my ex-wife giving me my half of the house, so I'll probably Vegas sometime soon.
Okay. Well, yeah. Make sure.
I plan to be responsible with most of that money, but I plan to be very.
Yeah. Spend a little, save as much as you can, man. Trust me.
I'll be in Vegas for one Sunday this season before it's over with.
Okay. And let me know. And I'll be in J-Lot. I am not going to be at the Indianapolis game. So if you go out there, don't go to the Indy game. Okay. In fact, if you want to have, I will sell them here on the show. If you want to have my seats for the Indianapolis game, and they're right next to the tunnel. Okay. Right next to the tunnel, corner end zone, great view. You see the players as they come on and off the field. They might sign things if you get there early. Okay. Get with me. Let me see. I'll put my email address and then get with me. I'm not going to say how much I'm not selling them for cheap, but I'm not going to not sell them. And you'll see where they're at. Just saying. But then I would be, remember there's the hotel and the flight. So just saying. But yeah, I'll put my email address in there. And thanks for coming in, man. I'd love to sell them to somebody that wants to go to a game. But you won't see me. That's the only bad thing. But you know what? You'll have probably the best seats in the house, in my estimation.
I'll text you. And ask you what the number is.
Okay, you got my you got my Google number. Yeah, text me with your number and information, and we'll go from there.
All right, cool.
All right, take care, partner. Thanks for coming in. All right. That's Georgia Patriot. Good to see him. Don't take them. You might get pushed. Don't take them. I don't know. All right. We're going to end the show on this. Okay. We had a very cool Bronco fan. We all like Richie Richey. Okay. We're gonna turn it over to my shipmate. And again, this is potty mouth night, just like you said, Andrew. He said it. Fucking potty mouth. It's not Roku. It's not Roku. So I'm gonna your tickets. No, yeah, man. Come on now. I'm not. Hey, my tickets are awesome. They are not going to be sold at face value. They're not going to be sold at face value. But I would like for somebody that I know would appreciate the tickets to buy the tickets. Okay, they won't be at face value. I'm just saying that they might be a little bit above face value. Okay, here, let's a little bit above face value, but they're really good seats. Oh yeah. Oh, Georgia, you don't have Georgia forgot to cuss. Hey, Georgia, in the comments section, say "fuck you" or something, so this way you can get your cussing in there. Doc, what's going on? How you doing?
How the fuck are you, Jay?
I'm fucking okay, man. What's going on with you, man?
Just brought the wife in from her appointment with the doctor. We're gonna get her eyes done next week. Her surgery went outstanding. She's doing great. She's walking again really quickly. We're doing pretty good, Jay. I just wanted to stop and say hello. And by the way, I watched the game. Very sorry. It was a hard-fought game, though. I got to be honest with you. I was very impressed. I was very, very impressed. I mean, like I told you guys, I've been to Kansas City. I was there for 4 weeks at Fort Leavenworth going through classes, and we stayed in KC. Man, the food was great, man. That shit was good.
It was good. That's why I kept my leftovers from when I came back to Florida. Ooh. I knew what my lunch was going to be, that day. So I got them in.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it was really, really good stuff. I guess I was a little befuddled. 17-0 to kick it off at halftime. I was like, wow, they're kicking ass, man. Then what happened? But you know what, Jay? I know what happens with my guys too, with the Pats, because they've been fighting hard. But the thing is, they just don't have that oomph, that little bit. And if they had a little bit, it'd be a lot better. But you know what? It's going to be okay. If they don't go anywhere this year, it'll be fine. But I believe me, I've seen a lot worse times with the Patriots than they are right now. A lot worse. Back in the 70s and the late 60s. So for me today is a good thing. As long as they're doing what they're supposed to do, and Mr. Kraft is providing the good people to do the job, I'm very happy. I just try to be faithful, and I'm not saying I'm a Raider person, but I do support you as my brother.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
And I let people know, hey, look, if you're a Raider fan, try this station and try this video.
This old fucking bastard that doesn't cuss normally.
Yeah, I really don't get into the old fucking bastard that plays the old Jewish guy, man. It's not a good idea.
There you go.
By the way, did you do Rosh Hashanah? Rosh Hashanah?
Did I miss Rosh Hashanah?
Yes, you did. I sent you an email. I sent you a text. Shut your mouth. You might get something.
Oh, man. No. When was Rosh Hashanah?
Last week.
Well, then that means Yom Kippur is coming up.
Yes, it's not that far off, man.
Okay, I'll have to look at a calendar because I will try to fast on Yom Kippur. And like I said, folks, Doc knows more about the Jewish holidays than I do. He pays attention. I got to look at a calendar. Maybe it's.
I don't think Yom Kippur's going to buy yet. I think it's pretty close, but it's not that far.
Yeah, it's coming. Well, if I miss Rosh Hashanah, then Yom Kippur is coming up. So I want to try to make sure I fast on that day. It's my day. It's my Jew day. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's my Jew
day.
So for me, I try to fast. I'll do that.
I've actually considered reading the the Old Testament more and see if I would want maybe get the old yarmulke, man. You know what I mean?
Get a yarmulke. There you go.
I don't think I look good. I don't think I look that great in a yarmulke, man. I really don't think I would. I got friends that wear them, and they always look good in that stuff. But for me, I don't think so. But you know what, Jay?
You look like an old Jewish guy with the yarmulke. I can see it.
But I
There you
ain't got
go.
a beard like you, man. See, so, and I don't think I have I don't think I would enjoy a potato knish like that either. So, you know, I might be a little off. Yeah, yes, I've had a potato knish. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
I know.
And by the way, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hey, this is a favor. They're making me go to work earlier.
What?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Get out. Let me go.
Yeah, no. They're making me go to work earlier. Okay. I'm not bitching about it. So for all those people that are saying that I bitched about it so I won't get fired, I'm not bitching about it. But I'm saying what I'm asking is this. My body clock has been on a later schedule for years and years and years, right? It's actually a detriment to my body to shift it over.
Ooh, sorry.
So I'm gonna see what I can do, because again, it's killing me because I got to do my shows. But if there are days when I can't do my shows because I need to sleep, I want everybody to know it's not me. It's because I have to have some sleep for work.
I think you should work that out with what's that called again? With what's that the network you with?
No. It's my shows are on at certain times, and I have the slots, and I'm booked for the slots.
Okay. Well, be careful. Get some rest. Hide a little in the family, and get some rest. And if I don't see you before then, have a good Yom Kippur, and don't be like me. You know.
I know.
Hey, brother. You know I love you. Take care.
Okay. Hey, you take care as well, Doc. Thanks again for being here, man.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Hoorah. Good
Bye.
night, man. Good night. All right. And that's Doc Cabral. Hey, normally, and I say normally, I do 2 hours. Normally. But because I'm not on Roku tonight, and because I can fucking cuss, and because I got a call from across the world. I'm going overtime. No clock on this. Just try not. I mean, I'm going to do it. I need to go to bed. But I'm not going to not. Yeah, I think I said that. I am not going to not have on Avocazzi Raider. So there we go. We got Avocazzi Raider. How you doing there, shipmate? Thank you for being here.
How are you, shipmate? It's still under your 2 hour threshold, so we can still make it.
Yeah, no. But I'm not going to cut you off if you go over. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so
no, that's fine. We'll keep it on.
Let your thought. No, because I have to have it at 2 for the Roku, because it can't be. I once had a program that was 2 hours, 2.00.01, and it wouldn't show because it was 1 second over. That's all. Don't worry about it. We're on Facebook. We are on we're not on Roku. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. And again, if you're on Twitter, fucking come over to YouTube, because I can't see your shit. Okay. And I'm cussing tonight because I'm not on Roku. How you doing, Biley?
Not bad. I mean, it's slow goings. No football this week. I mean, I'm still gutted from the loss, but at the same time, it's given us more positives than what I think people are looking at going into the bye week. Yeah, we came up short, but to put them to the brink compared to last year, where we got whitewashed twice going into the bye, is definitely going to give us a little bit more in terms of momentum rather than going into the bye week after getting washed again. So there's still some positives. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not complacent with losing. I'm gutted just as much as anyone else, but we got to look at the positives too. I mean, if we can take it to the Chiefs like that away, we can take it to anybody.
Yeah.
And our schedule coming up is going to be very friendly. And to be honest, we should win the next 3 to 4 games if we play to our strengths and put it all together. It's just a matter of these executions that are just killing us. Like on 1 or 2 plays, it's just costing us dearly. And if we can just get these things right, coaching needs to be a little bit better. We should be okay. Should be okay. Just stay the course. You know what I mean?
Well, I will say this, and again, it's not because I'm a Debbie Downer or a David Downer, whatever that is. The Raiders have the worst record in the NFL after the bye week. You go back all of the years when they started instituting the bye week and the game afterwards. The Raiders have the worst record after the bye. Okay, so everybody that says that it's going to be a walkover with the Texans, it's not.
So we should.
It's not.
Should we?
We should. We should have beaten the fucking Giants last year. We should have beaten a bunch of teams after the bye. And I'm there, and I'm like, what in the fuck am I watching? And I don't know. I can't remember who it was before that, but there were games that were just walkovers, and we didn't win.
The Bears. The Bears. The Bears was a game we should have won. We didn't.
Yeah.
The Redskins, we should have won.
Yes.
We didn't. So I get that. There's a lot of shoulda, couldas, and we're just coming up short. But I'm just trying to be positive because I've seen a lot of lives this week, and a lot of people are angry. A lot of people are frustrated, and I get that. I'm just trying to be a little bit optimistic. I mean, just if we can get these things right, we're a better team than 1-4, and
we are.
We're not all the way out of it yet. I mean, last year we went through a stretch, I believe, where we lost 5 of 6 games, and we still made the playoffs. You know what I mean? We're 1-4, yes, but we've got a much better schedule than we did last year, and we somehow, some way, managed to squeeze it into the playoffs. So just. Yeah, Alfredo's comment is best. It ain't over. It ain't over. There's plenty of time. And to be honest, I'd rather lose these games early than lose these games late in the season. I mean, if we can get it right coming to, from now to the end of the season, we should still be okay. Like just stay the course, still have some faith. There's still plenty there that we need to work on, but there's still some things there that we can be positive for. And with the schedule, again, like I said, there's many winnable games coming up.
Yeah, and again, we're just getting into we're starting, and I'm going to give Tito credit on this one because Tito said, and I wasn't able to fuck with Tito tonight because when Tito's late, I said, "You're fucking late, Tito."
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, you're right. I said Redskins. My bad. It's the Commanders. Yeah.
Whatever. The fucking Commandos.
Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, the red team. There you go. The red team in FedEx. You're right.
Sorry.
But he said that the gelling would have been taking place by this week, and he was right. They gelled. They look good. Okay. I thought that Holland should have capped the 2 balls that Holland's dropped. He should have had. I think that Devontae Adams, and far be it from me, if you catch the ball with one hand, isn't that still a catch?
I think because he had it and then he bobbled it after. That's why they ruled it that it wasn't a secure catch. I get why they called that incomplete. Like, as much as it pains me to say it, like I thought they ruled that one correctly. That's just my opinion. If I'm going to be
and again, I have yet to, and I say this, I have yet to see a Raider game on TV this year. I've seen them all live, so I don't get the extra replay type shit. So I
did see you on camera. I remember that. I saw you on the.
Yep, and Hollywood's there too. Hollywood's been on with me for most of the game, so make sure you're, make sure you're following Hollywood and I, and it's enjoyable. And I'm not going to miss a game until November, because bye week this week. I will be in Vegas for the Texans game. I will be in Nolens for that game, and then the following week I will be in Jacksonville. And after Jacksonville is when the Indianapolis game is, and I will be missing that game. And I would love to sell my tickets to Georgia. I'd love to sell my tickets to Georgia Patriot because I know he watches the show. I'm not selling them for face, but I will probably sell them for, a good price. But we'll talk. We'll talk. But I want to sell them to somebody I know that's going to enjoy being there at the game. That's what I want to do. So we'll see that.
I remember when I bought tickets for my first Raider experience in 2019. I think I paid like $1,200 for tickets in the two tickets in the black hole. But for me, I didn't care. I was willing, whatever means necessary to get in the black hole. For me, it was a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, and again, that's around what I'm going to be asking for. It's a little more because it's right next to the black hole, but it's right next to the fence where the Raiders come out. So there's a baseline there. It's $1,200 for two, but again, that's baseline. It's going to be a little more, but again, it's right next to the fence where the Raiders come out and on the other side of the black hole. And by the way, I think the sight lines are better on mine because I'm more corner end zone and you can see the field better, and you have the big screen right in front of you. I'm biased. I am biased about my seats because they're great. And by the way, Howie Long's son is the one that sold me my seats. Can't beat that with a stick. So
is he the one that used to play as well?
No. It was the son that didn't play because he's had three sons. Two of them played. This was the son that didn't play. He's in the Raiders organization. So that's what's going on there.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, but anyway, I'd love to sell him to Georgia. Well, you know why I also want to sell him to Georgia? Because he's a big dude with a beard. They might think that maybe I went on an extra, like I gained a little. And Georgia, I'm not knocking you on your weight, brother. I'm not. I'm just saying maybe they think that I had like an extra binge of food, and then I got a little bit heavier. Okay, and I am not skinny, brother. I'm not skinny by any stretch. But they say, oh, Cam gained a little weight in about a week or so. So there you go. But I'll put that being that people are eating this time of year. But what else you got, man? Like I said, and again, you're saying the season is not over.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
There's so much time. We're not even halfway. We're not even at the halfway point. We have so much time left in the season. There's enough time still to get it right. And I believe the team has the capability to do so. We're a much better team than 1-4. And the fact that, like, I highlighted on a few of my lives. I didn't see us winning that game. We made it more competitive than what I expected, which is fantastic. I'm not complacent with losing. I'm gutted as anyone else, but at the same time, I just put it in perspective. Like when you compare it to last year, where we got blown out twice, embarrassingly so. And most years, in previous years, we go to Arrowhead, we get our butts kicked. Let's just be real. It is what it is. And to come up just short and come out fighting, we punched them in the mouth, and unfortunately, we took the foot off the gas. And I see a lot of comments in the chat, like fans that are not Raider fans from other teams, giving a lot of Raider fans props for how well we did. So I'm not complacent with losing, but just a bit of perspective, like. There's positive things moving forward. So that's my take on that situation. Outside of that, like it's bye week. What else are we going to talk about?
Yeah. And that's why I said that maybe claims he has dirt on NFL owners and Roger Goodell. It just flashed across the screen, the Van Pelt. Dan Snyder has dirt. I think he does. And that is why they scapegoated Gruden. Notice they never said anything
Gruden will get together.
Huh?
I wonder if him and Gruden will get together and say, well, look, if they've taken us both down, we might as well go down swinging and take them down while we're at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I why not? Why not? I'd love to see that.
Yeah. I mean, neither of them are Raiders anymore, so I don't really care, to be honest. But
yeah,
we'll see what happens. But Devontae Adams, I'm hoping. Look, just slap him with a fine, whatever, just be gone with. I mean, come on, like that guy's just milking it for all it's worth. You see that stuff with the push?
Devontae Adams should not have touched him, but by the same token, the guy instigated it. He was
and the guy's way more than what it
right.
was. I mean,
He's instigating it. He wants some bucks, and he got the lawyers say this is a multimillionaire, and everybody saw it on national TV, so we're gonna take him, and that's the way it is.
I think an out of court settlement. I mean, I don't like it even that, but would be sufficient. But to take it further to like a multi-game suspension or even jail time, come on.
Yeah, and that's why I said I think that jail time for what?
For what?
For what? No. Adams was wrong in doing what he did, but for him to be punished because he is a name. It's the same thing as going after him for his money because of his name. Okay, don't punish it because it's in Kansas City. It said we're gonna fuck over the Raiders. That's fucking blatant bullshit. That's blatant bullshit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even when I look at it from the other angle, I mean, his head was down, and all of a sudden, someone's in his personal space. Right. I mean, he doesn't, and with it, I'm sure going through the tunnel in hostile territory, fans are yelling, cussing, and that, like, in the heat of the moment, maybe he might have thought like it was somebody that just came out in front of him. So just as a defense mechanism, he just kind of like, kind of gave him a little. It wasn't even that big of a shove. The guy's milking it for all it's worth. But I just, again, more perspective. I get it. Like, something's got to come out of it. Out of court settlement, just pay the guy and just F him off.
Well, they can't do the out of court settlement until the legal process is done. And I think that they should just wash that. Okay. It was I believe it was misdemeanor assault. I believe it was misdemeanor assault. Wash it. Guys never had any problems before. Then once it gets washed, then the civil can go in, and it's like, how much do you want to shut the fuck up? That's what
it's just ridiculous. I mean, what kind of a world we live in when, and I'd be saying this if it was a Raider photographer who got pushed like that by a Kansas City chief. I mean, what kind of world do we live in when you can just like, something like that could lead to jail time, millions of dollars. Like, it's just, come on. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Ridiculous.
I agree. No.
Ridiculous. But anyways, that's my take on that.
That you got it. Give me your last best words out the door, brother.
Stay the course. Stay the course.
Okay.
We're not all the way out of it yet. No,
we're not. We're not. And like I said, I still think we're going to have a winning record. I think we're going to have a winning record. Will it be enough to make the playoffs? To be determined. We have really a zero margin of error. We can't lose any more divisional games. We can't. We got to sweep the Broncos, and we got to split with the Chargers and the Chiefs. We got to be 4-2 in the division. Okay. We can't lose any more conference games, and that would be the Patriots upcoming. Who else is a conference game? The Texans, the Patriots. We can't lose those games. We can't lose any more conference games, and really can't really lose any more games at all. If we lose a game, God forbid, it can be a NFC to an NFC team, but that's it. You can't lose.
I think 2 or 3 at most for the rest of the season. 2 or 3 at most.
Yeah,
that would leave
none of them can be. Yeah, none of them can be AFC West teams. None of them. Got to be 4-2. There you go. And again, stay the course.
Stay the course. And all the way out of it. Anyways, thanks for having me on, shipmate. Captain Jack, salute to you. Keep doing your thing, and we'll catch up again soon. Thanks, chat. And, again, go Raiders. Red Nation for life. Win, lose, or tie. Red Nation till I die. All right.
And again, make sure you're watching, and I'm gonna take this down. Let's see. Avikazi Raider, that's there. Find him on YouTube. And I
comment in the comment section. So you just click the name and you'll find my channel. But thanks, guys. Take care. Appreciate it. All right. We'll see you next time. For sure.
All right, Shipmate. You take care. Thanks again now for being here. That's Avikazi, man. Great to see him. And that's why I went over, because I don't have the what do you call it? I don't have the 2-hour time limit. Thanks there, Georgia. Yeah. Pats, Colts, Jags, and Steelers. We can't lose. We can't lose any of those games. Any team that plays in the AFC from now on, we can't lose. Can't lose. We got to beat, and we got to beat. And remember, the Pats and the Colts are at home. The Jags are gonna. That's not a pushover game. It's not a pushover game. And I will be at the Pats game. I will be at the Jags game. I won't be at the Colts game, as you guys know, because hopefully Georgia takes my tickets. I'm not going to Pittsburgh on fucking Christmas Eve to freeze. I will go to Pittsburgh if I get a suite. That's it. But remember, and here's what people are forgetting about the Steelers. It's Pittsburgh on the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Deception. I said that right. The 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Deception, and they are retiring Franco Harris's number. That is something that you need to remember. 50 years of the Immaculate Deception. Pittsburgh, Christmas Eve, cold. And this will, and Matthew 72,007, correct. The refs are drooling. How are they going to fuck the Raiders on the 50th anniversary? How are they going to do it? Remains to be seen. And Lane, thank you for popping in, Lane. That's Raiderman81. That's my buddy Lane. They're going to get all the calls. They are. If you don't think that they're not, you're smoking something. If you don't think they're not, you're smoking something. And on that note, I will leave this show. And thank you for this uncensored show. Uncensored. Appreciate you being here. We will be back. Well, I was going to do an uncensored show tomorrow. I think guys and gals, I think I'm going to rest. Honestly, I think I'm going to rest because I did this show tonight, and I have another. The Roku is already scheduled for Friday. I think I'm going to rest. I hope you guys don't mind. But I need some rest. So Sunday, regular time, 9:00 Eastern. Ask Captain Jack show. And this was an uncensored. You don't know shit about sports. You don't know jack about sports until you watch me. Thanks again, folks. Remember, like, share. Please comment after the show. The numbers, the algorithm. There you go. The algorithm, baby, goes up. Please don't stop what you're doing. Like, share this up with everybody. And then when the show is done, comment after the show. Please. Algorithm goes up and we'll get more people in here. Okay. Thanks again. We'll see everybody Sunday. I got to get to bed. Take care, everybody. We'll see you.